Last week, Jesus gave his first sermon after coming home. It really goes well. Everyone is impressed, as the gospel says. He reads from the prophet Isaiah, "I have been sent to bring good news to the poor, liberty to captives, sight to the blind, and let the oppressed go free." But when he tells them that the poor and the captives and the oppressed are those whom they do not trust or like, that they are those that they suspect and demonize and tear down and wall off, things go bad for Jesus. Jesus' presence reminds them that God's love is not predictable. In fact, he reminds them that they pray for God's reign, God's kingdom, but often choose to keep God's way, God's reign, God's will at arm's length. Out of sight, out of mind. But Jesus reminds them again, blessed are the people you can't stand. Blessed are the people you don't want near you, especially in your neighborhood or in your school. Blessed are the people you believe are your enemy. Forgetting that our blood is the same color and our tears are just as bitter as anyone else's in this world. So Jesus says, when you identify as one of God's beloved, which I think we all do, or at least claim, then there are no enemies. In fact, in the words of Jeremiah, God knew you all and called you all, even when you were in your mother's womb. God simply loves us all. And that's hard for us to buy into, isn't it? It's really difficult for us to believe that. Does God really love those people? So how should we live in the face of love, knowing no boundaries? St. Paul says, love has to be that doesn't brood over injury. It's not about getting even or trying to kill the new and the unfamiliar. St. Paul says, love doesn't rejoice over wrongdoing or brood over injury, but seeks justice and restoration of each person's humanity. St. Paul tells us that love is not arrogant. It embraces the filthy poor and the stinking homeless. It reminds us that God has always been working on the margins. The widow of Zarephath, Naaman the Syrian, God working, God loving far from the familiar and the comfortable. So when was the last time we allowed God to challenge our conservatism or our progressivism, our theology, our understanding of the Bible, our prayer life, our politics, or our economics? The people of Nazareth tried to throw the hometown boy over the cliff, but he walked through their midst. I wonder how he got away. Maybe he got away because sometimes truth, light, and love are able to walk out of our lives, and we don't even notice. God bless you.